hot, unfortunately. What we're gonna be doing is diagnosing where my oil is leaking from my car. Just yesterday when I was going to work, I left a huge spot of oil like this on the floor, and my car hasn't been leaking oil like ever. It's the first time I've ever seen oil on the floor. So after work that night, when I pulled out of my spot, I still had oil on the floor, so it leaked at my house and then also again at work. So I checked underneath my car, and it seems to be coming around the area of the oil filter itself. And I did a little research, and from what I think, it's the feed line that goes from the turbo inlet to the oil filter. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna start taking off the stuff underneath the bottom of my car, and I'll let you guys know. I don't know if you can see this here, that's all oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy off here. There's a little Phillips pop clip here, and then there's a 10mm bolt right there, and I'm assuming it's the same thing on the other side. So after taking off the skid plate all along the bottom of the car, I'm going to be confirming that it is the oil line feed that goes from the turbo up here down to the top of the oil filter. Because if you look right here, the line starts right here. If you see the nut right there, that's the well, the bolt head. That's a 17mm. If you look here, it goes along the side, and then it drops down. And then if you come around up here, there's the oil filter right down there. That line there that's connecting to the top of the oil filter, that's the same line that was connecting to the top of the turbo. And that's the line that is bad. You can kind of see the oil kind of like dripping off of it already. And it just made a total mess out of the whole bottom of my car. So I have to order that part. I called 3 Hyundai dealerships. I'm sorry. I called 2 Hyundai dealerships. Both of them are closed due to this whole virus going on. And then I called another dealership, which is like in Guam compared to where I am, and they had it. Well, they're open rather, but they don't have it, or they have to order it. So if I order it, it is going to be here in 2 days from now. It is now 6 days later, unfortunately. This piece was supposed to be here within 2 days from when I shot the last clip. I ordered it that day. It was supposed to be here 2 days after that. Due to the whole coronavirus thing going on right now, it took a couple extra days to get to the dealership, and then the dealership was closed, so it was a whole non-fun process. But now we're back. We got the piece. Hopefully this will fix my oil leak problem. And me and my brother already went ahead. We kind of cleaned off the oily areas, the not so good looking spots, with engine degreaser. So now that's pretty clean. It's gonna get messy again as soon as you take out the line. But from the top of the turbo right here, this is the first bolt that you're gonna have to take out right there. So this is a 17mm bolt. And when you take this off, be very careful because there is a crush washer on there. And my new assembly kit did not come with a crush washer, so you have to use the stock one. So when you take that off, be very careful. Okay. And we need an extender, bigger than that. I remember that, John. Okay. You probably just spin it out. I hope I didn't break that bolt. No, you probably just spin using the extension now. Oh, it looks like it's coming off. Let me get you a microfiber to reach you. Alrighty. First bolt is off. And if you see right here, the crusher washer is still intact on the bolt. I'm not going to play any games. I'm just going to leave it there because that's where it wants to be. We're now underneath the car, right for the oil filter housing. And then the bolt right on top of it, that's a 17mm as well. And when you take that off, be careful because there is a crush washer on it, just like the top. So we're gonna see if we can sneak this ratchet in here, this ratchet in here, which we could. There you go. We're gonna see what we got here. The hell was that? I see it. What is it? It's like a washer of some sort. All right, boys. It's gonna be messy. There we go. In the bucket. Sweet. Now there's a crush washer. Maybe the crush washer is still on the bolt. Alright guys, both bolts are off. I'm going in, I'm grabbing it from the top. And it should come right out. And I hope this is what was leaking. Because if it was not leaking, I'm all out of ideas. But it seems pretty bad along the seam right here. So we're gonna go ahead and put the new one in, and we're gonna send this John.
Little tight down there.
I got it.
Oh, did he get it for the camera?
Mom, grab the camera.
The kid got it finally. I tried to
go, baby.
I tried to grab the camera for you.
Yo, Payne, grab that monster. We're gonna crack that John.
Where the ones I gave you yesterday?
Let's go, baby.
In the fridge, baby.
For the camera, you know the vibes.
Woo! They're in the house fridge.
Crack the monster.
Let's
go, man. So from that last clip that you guys just saw, it's been 2 days. Currently I'm on my way to a Hyundai dealership once again. So the problem that we ran into, which I probably shouldn't have gotten that hyped over, was I snapped the eye bolt. And I was doing that by when I was putting in the eye bolts from the end of the feed line going into the oil filter, I tightened it a little too much and the bolt just snapped. I don't know if the bolt was old, I don't know if I was too strong, I don't know, but yeah, it broke. So I recommend getting new eye bolts when you get the assembly kit as well. So I'm gonna put both the part numbers down in the description, and just to save yourself the hassle. So hope you guys don't snap the bolts like I did. So we're on our way to the Hyundai dealership now, and I'll get back to you guys. Package acquired. So this takes a little bit of patience, trying to get the bolt into the oil filter, with also keeping the washers on the bolt without them falling off. So just be patient with this, and make sure you do not cross thread it, whatever you do. The bottom one is now in, and that's only hand tight for now. Now we're up to the top, and we're gonna go ahead and put the bolt in here. Hold on. Now make sure that washer stays there. It might come free when you take out the stock bolt. If it comes free, just make sure to put it back in its place. Then you put the hose, the line back on, just like that. And then you go ahead and put your bolt. Make sure the crush washer is on the top of the bolt as well. So once this is nice, go ahead and put it right back onto the top of the turbo. Top one is on now as well. Now that's just hand tight. Now when you go back down to the bottom, do not make it tight. Like, you want to be very, very careful when you're using any type of wrench, or what we're using is we're using a socketing wrench.
Yep, socketing box wrench.
Yes, sir.
Ratcheting box wrench.
There we go, correction. You have to be very, very, very careful, because if you over tighten it, it'll snap just like my bolt did. I'll throw it up on the screen again. Just be very careful with it. And I'm just gonna make it tight, but as soon as it gets like snug, as soon as it makes a little bit of resistance, I'm just gonna stop. Because if it's still dripping, then you can tighten it a little bit at a time. But if it's not dripping any oil, then it should be tight enough. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the top.
It gave me a little bit of pull against, and I'm just gonna stop at that. Like, it definitely could go more, but it stopped. It gave me a little bit of pressure back, so right now I'm gonna stop.
Maybe like warm-up set,
yeah,
kind
like
of force?
135.
Like 135, all right.
See, that's not even turning now. Just my hands are oily, but also it looks pretty nice. Unless you want to try it with the ratchet, but
everything is all tightened now. It should be good. We didn't over tighten them because we were afraid to break the bolts like we did the other day. So we're gonna start the car. We're gonna see if it's leaking any oil anywhere and cross our fingers. All right, go for it. Yeah. So after running it for a little bit, the bottom seemed all good, but the top one, as you can see, it was ever so slightly dripping out. You probably can't tell it well on camera, but it is a little bit wet around the bolt. So oil was coming out a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten it ever so slightly. That's all I'd give it. I mean, that's all we could do.
Okay.
I'm scared. Take 2. Tighten that top bolt a little bit. See what we got. The car seems to be running smoothly once again. No more oil leaking anywhere. Super stoked about that. And we ran into that little hiccup 2 days ago when we snapped the bolt by accident. And we didn't snap the top one, thank God. It was actually the one that went to the oil filter housing. And when we were trying to tighten that, it threaded into the housing. It was just spinning and spinning and spinning. It wasn't getting tighter. And then
eventually it snapped.
What was that?
Eventually it just snapped after spinning loose.
Once again, I'll put the part numbers down in the description if you guys want to do this yourselves. But that should be it. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments below. I'll get back to you guys almost immediately. And thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.